Hey guys, Adam Broussard here. Little different location today. I am actually in my office, and the reasoning for it to show you what and where and how things get done in my world. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna scale back. One, we have a computer station with a printer, with Holy Family, my family. Um, Three screens, navigating. You got checkbooks and envelopes and a little filing cabinet. A lot of this stuff gets uh, put online anyway. We have a window that shows the outside. Got a conference table. I can house meetings for up to 8 to 10 people. Have my notebook and pad, stacks of papers, and then our board here that shows weekly goals, what's on the market, things coming up, things that we're trying to achieve, and then there's Zach's workstation right there. So today was another day in the office, and as I'm going through kind of different topics, you know, um, that I, that that is good to discuss. One, the current financial struggles that people have as entrepreneurs keeps on popping up. Boom, boom, boom. You're going through this winter season, you're going through this tough time, you're going through can't find enough resources. Man, I know exactly all that. Some days you're just like that pressure of just getting through the day is terrible to say the least. Some days you can think, man, I got a line of people out my at my door, just each one to take a shot at me. Boom, knock on the door. Boom, knock at the door. Boom. Um, well, this morning actually, I got random phone number, 7 back-to-back phone calls. I'm sitting there on my way dropping my son off. And when I go drop my son off, I very much minimize any interaction that I have while I'm on the road, dropping him off. I'm talking with him, saying prayers and stuff like that. Back to back, like 7 times. No message, no text, no nothing. Just somebody who has access to me burning up my phone. And that's, it's not common, but it ain't uncommon for those things to happen because I'm out there. I've got my name and number. You look hard enough, you're going to find me. I'm out there. And so that's just kind of the par for course. I don't take lightly to people doing that because most of the time it's trash. It's a nothing for me to worry about. And if it's something for me to worry about, it's gonna somebody's gonna leave a message. Somebody's gonna write something to me. I mean, there's easier ways to communicate, and so or to get your point across than burning your phone up. And most of the time, it could be just a um, wrong number. I got your phone number from wherever, and I thought this was somebody else. But back to the topic at hand, being resourceful. So I just showed with you my office. The office is a resource. The office is allows me to have these 3 screens online, and when I'm tackling a project, I'm using all 3 screens continuously. Like once you go that route, you're totally um, in the zone where you got enough desktop space. Okay, and I got plenty of papers that come in, and so today um, I had a list of stuff on my agenda, and I'm still knocking that list out. It's 4:15, still knocking it out because the list never stops. Um, then I look at of my board of the current stuff that we're working on, and it's so I'm trying to find those things that I can work on. Well, um, I'm in need of some capital to take care of some some debt obligations. Profit can pay down debt. So yesterday I thought, all right, well it's time. I think it's time to sell another house. The market has picked up a little bit. Not like freaking blowing it out the water, but I can move and shake from a rental property, and that'll provide a little bit of capital. Um, and kind of thought out a strategic way to do it because at the end of the day, I can only afford if I'm going to say, hey, tenant, you need to leave so I can put this up for sale. I have to manage not having that income and possibly having to go to the house and paint and stuff like that and incur some expenses. So I'm like freaking, I'm just totally moving and moving and moving and we don't have a lot of income coming in that's pure profit where I can just spend everything needed. I wish I could, but we've hit some low points in my business. And right now we have a $6 million portfolio and things are super tight. um, got a lot of income coming in and a lot of expenses going out. It's just a tough time to sit and digest, how to manage through it all. And being financially resourceful, or resourceful in general, is it's like the agenda every day, And even when I wasn't as worried financially, it's still growth, because part of growth is you need resources, you need the nutrients in order to grow. Um, and so I just wanted to show because I jump on these three screens and I start Googling, I start reaching out. Today, I reached out to some potential people that we can derive business from. Yesterday, I did the same thing. So if I start off my mornings deriving like the things that move the needle, all right, like if I can just get in touch with this person right here, schedule that appointment, that possibly could be equated to dollar signs at some point. And like, I'm not in a business or any of my business besides the store. Um, Funny enough, I didn't really realize that until I just started talking about it. Um, I am now in a business with the store where I can get paid for something right there today. But in most circumstances, the house, the media company and stuff like that, that's all like, man, I got to plant a seed and I got to nourish that. Media company can happen much faster than the house. House happens only one time type deal unless you rent it. Um, but that's kind of always where I want it to be, is where I have it now, and that is I have income coming in every day from somewheres. The problem is though, I'm still, in order to get that, I had to take on some debt and expenses for that. And so now I'm trying to make it more long term, more things paid off to do things, and just kind of take debt and move it somewhere else as it gets paid down into better circumstances. And, I know that's kind of a bland statement, but until for me personally, the route that I took into owning businesses and stuff like that, it's like it to see the profit from it continuously has always been just a continuous struggle. And that's what real estate has always been for me, because I've kept with residential housing, but I'm looking to expand that out, and that just takes all the bit of time, effort, and energy in order to expand outwards. um, and start transitioning to. And part of the whole media insight of what we're doing is this YouTube channel. Like Start getting some thoughts out, start doing some things. And it doesn't matter how many views you get. Am I getting better every day? Am I looking at the things that I need to look at? Am I posting enough in order to do those things? Because all I got to do is survive one more day, continuing doing what I'm doing. And at some point, you become you do more than your competition. And I don't worry about competition because if anybody has been through the things that I've been through in business and financially, well, like, good for you, man. You've handled some stuff. Um, who can outlast that, you know? And that's just a picture that I'm painting. Is if you're in this situation where it's just like you just got to continue to ask and being resourceful. What does that mean, being resourceful? That means you're exhausting every day trying to move that needle. That you're exhausting search engine searches for capital, meeting with investors, meeting with your current investors, um, looking at things and imagining how to put that together. The store wasn't imagined. I did when I got the store or when I negotiated the deal. I had no idea how I was going to put that deal together, and all I did was had a vision of going get it. I talked to the owner, the seller, figured out what he was willing to do for me to get it, and started putting those pieces of the puzzle together, and they all went in line. And there was a lot of days where it was hard. It's even harder now having to own a damn store. But I can clearly see the fruits that we're going to derive from it. So, I mean, because they're happening right now. Right now, it's so cold outside. We're selling a crap load out of propane. These are very profitable days right now. Online sales are still going. So, all we need is sales to get out of that debt. And I think we put ourselves in a good situation of doing that and rocking and rolling. We got about March, April, 3 more months of some putting the throttle down and getting good and getting right before the summertime comes. But the summertime we got to figure it out because summertimes are slow and hard and not the best. But you know, I guess we're gonna work through it. And just every day I'm gonna come in, and every day that I survive and alive, I gotta thrive. So, being resourceful, what does that mean? Exhausting every effort, period. Exhaust every effort, whatever you can conceive. Don't go for the easy stuff, go for the hard and exhaust every effort. And if I'm here doing it every day, then you can do it too. And hopefully, on the other side of this, we'll both see some serious fruits from it. That's what we're working towards. I don't think I'll be able to grow my hair back, but that's my thoughts of today as a Cajun entrepreneur.